friends, so today is an ultimate review. I'm going to review 5 different pre-workouts all in one video. Let's see who comes out on top. I gotta let you guys know that these are all pre-workouts that you suggested to me, or a few of them are pre-workouts that I've taken in the past, such as C4. A lot of you guys didn't recommend C4, which is crazy because it's apparently on the bottle, says it's the #1 selling pre-workout in the world, but for some reason nobody recommended it to me. Maybe it's just gotten like too popular now. So anyways, we've got 5 pre-workouts, all different companies. Let's see who gets the best rating at the end of this video, all right? First up of the 5 pre-workouts is right to left, Steel Pre, all right? My right, not you guys' right, my right. So the Steel Pre, here's how much it costs, 30 bucks. It is $2 per serving, or you can do just 1 scoop and it's $1 a serving. I'll get into that later. Now, when it comes down to the actual formula, here's what is in Steel Pre. You've got L-citrulline, 4 grams, beta-alanine, 2 grams, Cre-alkalin, 750 milligrams, beetroot extract, 500 milligrams. So then they've got a complex here, energy, focus, and mood complex, all right? That's like a blend to help you focus more. So they got some L-tyrosine, 1 gram, lion mane's extract, 600 milligrams, caffeine anhydrous, 350 milligrams, L-phenylalanine, 250 milligrams, L-theanine, 100 milligrams, and this is really hard to see, it's so small, guys. There you go. Yeah, Hyperzine A, 200 micrograms, and BioPerine, 5 milligrams, all right? All right, guys, so cheers. Here's Steel Pre. Let's do a little taste test. It tastes like watermelon for some reason, and that's supposed to be peach. Am I drinking peachy? Okay, there it is. So there's an aftertaste. And at first I felt like I was tasting like strawberry watermelon, but then the peach kicks in at the end. So the flavor, I would say it's pretty good. Just a tiny bit of chemical taste, very, very little. Some people that drink these all the time probably won't even taste that. But overall, the flavor is pretty good. All right, guys, so let's talk about some of the pros and cons of Pre by Steel, okay? The pros are, it is a sophisticated blend. It has a lot of nice compounds in it, more than most of the supplements I've reviewed. You know, they have went out of their way to put quality compounds in this pre-workout. It's heavy on the stims. It's very heavy on the stimulants, which some people like. If you like stimulants, you're gonna like this pre-workout. It also has a good ratio of theanine to caffeine, which is good because it should kind of level you off from getting too like cracked out. All right, that's a formula type thing. They'll often compound it with theanine when there's a ton of caffeine. Not all pre-workouts do that. So initially there should be, all right, a nice smooth energy boost from Steel Pre, all right? It should be really smooth. The 500 milligrams is a good dose for beetroot extract, and that will help with pulp. I like the fact that there's beetroot extract in here, and it's also a natural, pulp formula. Okay guys, let's look at the cons. Here's one con. It's loaded with B vitamins, all right? I'm not a fan of B vitamins. Reason being, it's loaded with B6, and when it's loaded with B6, a pyridoxine HCl version, okay, it can induce symptoms of B6 deficiency. Since it needs to be converted to an active form, and the high amount of the precursor will actually shut down this conversion, all right? So that is a symptom that can happen from the B vitamins in this supplement. The Cre-alkalin, it's not a completely efficient dose, all right? The Cre-alkalin dosage, like I've said in other reviews, whether it's creatine, Cre-alkalin, or other forms of creatine, I would like to see a higher dose or just completely take it out, all right? 750 milligrams is not gonna do much for you, so either take it out or put in a full dose. I would say 5 grams, all right? 5 grams of creatine is a really awesome dose for pre-workout of creatine. I do like the fact that they used L-citrulline, which is rare. L-citrulline is superior. However, there's just a low dose of L-citrulline. I would like to see a lot more, maybe 6 grams of L-citrulline. The last thing that I have to say as far as a con about the Steel Pre is the fact that the Huperzine A, or however you say it, I don't know how to say Huperzine huperzine A, it needs to be consumed at about 50 to 250 micrograms to have an efficient dose, okay? So I don't know if they're labeling this thing wrong, but it says huperzine A 1% extract, all right? Maybe they can clarify this, but the fact that it says 1%, unless they're labeling it correctly, means that you're only getting like 2 micrograms or 1 microgram, something like that. So you're actually getting like 4% of the effective dose. So I don't understand. It could be a labeling issue. That being said, based on the flavor, based on the dose, I would have to rate the Steel Pre a 5.7. All right, 5.7. Review is done. All right, guys. Next on the review is a new Pre. I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and this is the newest out of all the pre-workouts I'll be reviewing, and it is a company called Beam. All right, let's look at the price. Beam starts at $39.99, and it is $1.99 a serving. So this is another one of those compounds like the Steel Pre and like some other pre-workouts where you have the option to do 1 scoop or 2 scoop. Let's look at the formula. Now, the formula for 2 scoops: L-citrulline, 5,000 milligrams. Carnosine-based beta-alanine. That's another thing, guys. There's a lot of different forms of beta-alanine. There's a cheap form of beta-alanine, and then there is more name brands. So they use the carnosine beta-alanine, 3,200 milligrams. Betaine anhydrous, 3,000 milligrams. Taurine, 2,000 milligrams. L-tyrosine, 2,000 milligrams. KSM 66 ashwagandha root extract, 300 milligrams. They have a natural caffeine coming from coffee, berry, whole coffee fruit extract, and green coffee beans, 250 milligrams. Cocoa bean, 250 milligrams. Grapeseed extract, 200 milligrams. L-theanine, 100 milligrams. And estrogen, 50 milligrams. Also, they threw in some resveratrol, 40 milligrams, all right? So let's taste it. All right, let's do the taste review for the Beam. Color-wise, it's definitely like, out of this panel, the most thick. It's the most brightest color. However, it says that they don't use any artificial colors or dyes, so this is a natural coloring. Smells like ridiculously good too. Smells amazing. That's really good. That's a sipper. This is definitely a sipper, like sits on the tongue, definitely like a mango flavor. Yeah, this is mango lime. So there's mango and that lime just gives it like this nice perfect kick. It's not too sweet. Yeah, that's good. All right, guys, so just some basic points that I noticed immediately about the Beam. I like the fact that it is natural caffeine. I've always had a better reaction to natural caffeine than I have synthetic caffeine. Once again, guys, synthetic caffeine is made in a lab. Natural caffeine comes from a natural earth source. Okay, so let's talk about the pros and cons of Beam's pre-workout, all right? So, some of the pros, all right, and there's quite a few. They use L-citrulline, guys. When you look at pump vasodilators, all right, L-citrulline is a superior formula to citrulline malate. A lot of pre-workouts put in citrulline malate. The ones who want to spend a little bit more money and give you guys better quality, use L-citrulline, all right? Remember that. So they have used 5,000 milligrams of L-citrulline, and that's the most I've seen out of any supplement I've reviewed. So shout out to Beam for doing that. The beta-alanine, they used a good amount. 3,200 milligrams of beta-alanine is insured and proven to increase your performance in your workouts. And for those of you that like the little burn and itch you get, that can kind of push you through the workout, your skin gets kind of hot. I love beta-alanine for that reason. There's a good amount, and it is a quality source of beta-alanine. Remember, guys, there's bad sources and good sources of supplements, all right? It is an awesome source coming from carnosine. A good dose of betaine. I like the fact there's an ashwagandha root in it, and also a good amount of ashwagandha root. Another benefit, a pro that I love about the Beam, is the fact that it's natural caffeine. And there's 250 milligrams of it. All the other compounds in this, you know, you could take 250 milligrams of natural caffeine, but you will have an amazing amount of energy, just like you're taking some other, crazy high stim pre-workout. So this has, like, in my opinion, the perfect dose of natural caffeine, and they've also, compounded that with a good amount of L-theanine to kind of smooth out the reaction to the caffeine, and also the estrogen. There's a clinical dose of estrogen. Some of the other pre-workouts, and a lot of them, if they even have estrogen, have had a lower amount of estrogen. This has a clinical dose, all right? So all in all, based on like the flavor, based on the overall compounds, everything being fully dosed, the fact that I get a max dose of 2 scoops and everything to support and help my body perform in a workout, I gotta give this pre-workout Beam an 8.8, the highest I've reviewed yet. All right, so moving on. Next, we're gonna go to the #1 selling pre-workout in the world, all right? They sell a ton of this stuff. This is the C4 Ultimate. So this is supposed to be their best version of C4. C4 will cost you $39.99, and it comes down to $2 a serving, all right? So $2 a serving. Here's what is in it. A super citrulline pump matrix, L-citrulline, 4 grams, 1 gram of citrulline malate, which I'm not a huge fan of, and 1 gram of citrulline nitrate, all right? So 6 grams of different sources of citrulline. They have beta-alanine, which is a carnosine-based beta-alanine, 3.2 grams, creatine hydrochloride, patented creatine HCl. So this is a patented formula, but there's 1 gram of creatine, all right? But here we go. They've got another gram, creatine nitrate, 1 gram, taurine, 1 gram, N-acetyltyrosine, 400 milligrams, caffeine anhydrous, 300 milligrams, alpha size 50% AGPC, 200 milligrams, teacrine, 62.5 milligrams, raw Wolffia vomitoria root extract, 1 milligram, and huperzine A, 50 micrograms. That is everything that is in C4, all right? So let's look at some basic talking points on C4, all right? There's a great pump, compound, and formula in this super high stim pre-workout. I like the fact that they also have at least 2 grams of creatine. Me personally, I would like to see, 4, 5 grams of creatine. That's what a dude my size needs. That's what a dude about 180 pounds needs. I'm 220. If you're 180, you still need about 4 to 5 grams of creatine. Now, let's do the taste test. Let's taste the C4. Man. So I didn't want to, that's not a sipper, all right? I wouldn't want to sip on that all day. There is an orange flavor. We are doing the orange mango. I don't taste much mango. I just taste orange, all right? I'm not a fan of that flavor. There's a chemical aftertaste. It is not one of the top flavored pre-workouts, all right? All right, guys, so let's look at the pros and cons of C4, all right? So let's start with the pros, all right? It has a very nice pump formula, all right? So basically, to improve your blood flow and your pump during your workouts, it's got a good dose, not the best, all right? I've seen better doses of L-citrulline, but it's got 4 grams of L-citrulline. Also, it has a good energy blend, all right? The energy blend is effective, and they've taken their time to put in a good formula with a nice slow release energy blend that should keep you from crashing, right? Now, let's talk about the cons, all right? The cons, first off, is the flavor. The flavor, that's huge because it's hard to take something and get amped up when it tastes just okay, all right? The flavor tasted okay, and there actually was like a chemical aftertaste, and I don't like that. The next con is the fact that there's a low dose of creatine. Like I've said, guys, when you see creatine in there, ask for 4 or 5 grams of creatine for an effective dose. Don't get all excited because there is 2 grams of creatine. Better than most, all right? I've seen some really crappy creatine doses, but still, 2 grams, guys, if you weigh 110 pounds, 2 grams is enough creatine for you. If you weigh over 150, 160, you need much more creatine than what is in this. So just take out the creatine, guys, or put more for your customers. All right, guys, another con, when I look at the formula of C4, is the fact that they use N-acetyltyrosine. N-acetyltyrosine is actually less effective at boosting dopamine and epinephrine than just straight tyrosine. So they could use just regular old tyrosine. Instead, they use N-acetyltyrosine. Now, another thing is the artificial colors and dyes. When you look at this versus some other pre-workouts, like the Beam that has naturally colored formula, you don't need that artificial color and dyes. They could use it natural. But other than that, C4 has really done a good job stepping it up. So as far as a rating, based on that they've improved the formula, based on that they've taken out some of the crap from the old formula, the new C4 Ultimate, at least this formula right here, I would have to give a 6.8, all right? The only thing that brought it down is the taste, the fact that there's artificial dyes, and also the fact that there's a very low dose of creatine. But other than that, this is a pre-workout that is probably worth your money. I just think that there is some that are slightly better than the C4. Okay, next up is the pre-gym pre-workout. Right here we have Tangerine, all right? You can get the pre-gym for $37.99. It comes down to $1.89 a serving. So you get in one scoop, a 25-gram scoop, you get 20 servings in this package. All right, guys, let's look at the supplement facts of pre-gym. Creatine HCl, 2 grams. Beta-alanine from carnosine. Betaine, 1.5 grams. Taurine, 1 gram. N-acetylcysteine, 600 milligrams. And alpha-glycerol phosphoryl, okay? Alpha-GPC, 150 milligrams. Citrulline malate, 6 grams, all right? And then they've actually got a beetroot formula. Beetroot is 500 milligrams. Then they've got some BCAAs they've added in here. Leucine, isoleucine, valine, those are your BCAAs. And then caffeine anhydrous, 300 milligrams. Huperzine A, 50 micrograms. And then black pepper fruit extract, 5 milligrams. Let's see how it tastes. Cheers, guys. All right, first off, the smell was overwhelmingly like just gross when I went to go drink it. It smells like plastic. I'm mixing it up in this glass cup and I literally go to smell it. And maybe that's because there's the BCAAs in it. BCAAs kind of can have a funny smell. So it might be the leucine. Leucine's got a really funny smell. But taste-wise, not gonna do it for me. I like the fact that it's naturally flavored, but it can taste better than that because I know there's still artificial sweeteners in here. If you're gonna use artificial sweeteners like sucralose, you can probably get it to taste better than that. All right, guys, so let's look at some of the pros and cons of pre-gym. All right, so I gotta give credit where credit's due with pre-gym. When this formula came out, there was a lot of people who love this formula, and it was one of the top formulas, but it still holds its own, but there is much more effective ways to get better compounds, and there's much more effective pre-workouts out there nowadays. Here's some of the pros, all right? There's a heavy dose of tyrosine, 1.5 grams, I like that. The tyrosine can help prevent fatigue and also provides a nice stimulation effect that pairs well with caffeine. I like the fact that there's 6 grams of BCAAs to help with muscle recovery. However, I'll talk about that later in the con. The fact is, I wanna have my BCAAs during the workout and after my workout. I don't think there's really point in paying for it or even putting it in a pre-workout. And a lot of new research studies have been shown to support that, all right? If they're gonna use citrulline malate, why not just use straight L-citrulline? Once again, another product, they can upgrade to L-citrulline, but they haven't done it yet. Maybe they'll do it soon. Another pro that I like about it, solid dose of betaine, which can also act as an osmoregulator, but will also improve cardiovascular health over time. So a good strong dose of betaine in your pre-workout is a good thing. Let's dive into some of the cons of pre-gym. The fact that N-acetylcysteine is in here, right? N-acetylcysteine should not be taken pre-workout. It should be taken at other times of the day, but not pre-workout, and here's why. N-acetylcysteine bolsters glutathione levels, which reduces oxidative stress. Well, that can be good in some ways for muscle soreness, all right? It can also blunt that adaptation response since the oxidative stress signaling is important for growing, okay? So once again, he wanted to get fancy by putting N-acetylcysteine in the pre-workout, when really N-acetylcysteine, I take mine first thing in the morning. Another con of pre-gym is the fact he's still using citrulline malate. Graduate to the L-citrulline, Jim. I think it would be much better in the pre-workout and your customers will appreciate it. Another con of the pre-gym is it's a non-effective dose of creatine. There should be more creatine. That being said, all those factors, the flavor, the formula, and everything that I know about pre-gym, I'm gonna give pre-gym a 6.4. All right, guys, last on the review is Beyond Raw. All right, this is a GNC made product. All right, GNC makes in-house products and they made their company Beyond Raw. This product is called LIT. You can get LIT for $39.99, $1.33 a serving. So let's taste Beyond Raw's LIT. We have orange mango here. I don't know how I ended up with so many different orange mango flavors, but that's what we got. Cheers, guys. Okay. So, not bad. The smell is super funky, but when you go to drink it, it tastes pretty good. Now that I kind of let it simmer on me. So anyways, the flavor at first is really good. And then now after you sit back, there's like a chemical aftertaste on my lips. All right, so let's look at what is in the LIT. We have all sorts of intensity blends and everything. Okay, this label is a little different. Okay, energy and mental intensity. You have carnosine, beta-alanine, 3.2 grams, micronized creatine, 1.5 grams, caffeine anhydrous, 250 milligrams, ancient peat and apple extract, they call it Elevate, 150 milligrams, neurofactor, 100 milligrams. For pump, all right, you have L-citrulline, 3 grams, nitrosogene, 1.5 grams. Nitrosogene is like a different form of arginine, guys. Okay, so here's some of the pros and cons of GNC's LIT. Pros, it's a good value. For the price per serving, it's a good value for GNC's LIT. The pump blend, I like the fact that they use L-citrulline opposed to citrulline malate. They use 3 grams. I would like to see 5, but still they've got 3 grams of citrulline malate. Also, I like the Elevate ATP for improved energy. I've heard and read that the ancient pear and apple extract, that is a decent and good formula to have in a product. But let's look at the cons. The overall cognitive effect, okay, the overall cognitive aspect of this formula for like brain stimulation and focus without crash is just simply like super old school, all right? It's very weak. It's a weak cognitive formula. The creatine, it's a non-effective dose of creatine, all right? There's no point in putting the creatine in here. It has a very small amount, being 1.5 grams of just good old-fashioned creatine monohydrate. Like I said, we need much more creatine, guys. So a lot of these companies keep putting in there to, like, I think make y'all excited the fact it's creatine, when really you need to go buy a whole other jug of creatine to get the performance value from the creatine. All right, and the last con, all right, something that I really didn't like about GNC LIT was the fact that I kind of crashed. When I took this and I worked out on it, I crashed, and you know, I didn't have as good of a workout as some of the other pre-workouts where I had more of a time-released caffeine, all right? So that's something that I get from like natural caffeine, you don't crash, and then the synthetic caffeines that have a better blend of more sustained release caffeines, I notice I don't crash as hard. So I definitely had a crash on this. Based on everything that I've seen as far as the flavor and the performance values, effective dosing, will it help me in my workouts? And will it help me have energy without crashing? I gotta give GNC's LIT a 5.2, all right? 5.2, review is done on that one. All right, guys, so check out this chart, all right? This is a chart I made of all the different pre-workouts I have reviewed. Now, if you look at a couple of these products and you notice they're not in this video, it's because they're in a previous video. So just go look at some of my older videos just from a week ago, and you'll notice that I have reviewed and rated and spoke more in depth about some of these pre-workouts, all right? So I'm gonna tell you guys my top 3, all right? Now, top 3, coming in third place is C4 Ultimate. All right, C4 Ultimate, I thought that there is some things that they could do better in this pre-workout, but they have improved this formula over the years, and I feel like it is still a good formula, but even better, much better than the previous formulas. So C4 gets third place out of these 8. Second place is Redcon 1 Total War, all right? Redcon 1 Total War, same thing as the C4. I feel like it is a good pre-workout, but there's just a few things here and there that could be better, and that's why it's not number 1, all right? When I pick a number 1 pre-workout, I want it to be a pre-workout that really almost nothing could be done better. All right, so let's look at first place. First place pre-workout is, surprised the heck out of me too, Beam. Beam's pre-workout, the Mango Lime, wins first place by far out of all these. I think I gave it an 8.8, and the second highest pre-workout, I believe it was like a 6.7. So it was night and day better than the others, and here's why. It literally just checked every single measuring point that I look at for pre-workouts. I think even for the value, the fact that you can take 1 scoop and get 99 cents per serving, or you can do the full dose scoop and get for $1.99 a serving, that's still comparable, but they left no stones unturned. They literally hit every single performance factor, quality, no artificial dyes, and it actually was the best tasting as well. So it's fully dosed, it tasted better than all the other pre-workouts, so Beam is the winner. Shout out to Beam, guys. Your first pre-workout and you killed it. All right, guys, so that wraps up the review. If you guys like these videos, you like these reviews, hit that like button for me. Also, shoot me a comment. Let me know who you guys wanna see in the next supplement review, and maybe I'll do that company or I'll do that brand for you. So thanks for watching, guys. Shout out to the winner, Beam pre-workout. I'll catch you guys in the next YouTube video.